What is up, everybody, and welcome back. For today's video we have Project Vi in the jungle, and in my opinion I feel like Vi is a very underrated and underappreciated legend right now. I feel like she is still pretty solid in the jungle, especially not receiving any buffs or nerfs as of late. I think the last time they changed anything on her was her ultimate. They just increased the cooldown on her ultimate, and I always felt very comfortable with picking Vi or playing Vi up against the Kha'Zix. As right here we did notice him trying to get a gank off in the mid lane, so we just know he's going for his red. We try to invade and we do manage to pick him off right here. So we managed to get a good kill and we pick up his red buff. We just plant a ward right there, and we see Darius trying to rotate over. So we get a good chunk of damage out on him, and then for some reason he decides to rotate back like we wouldn't be there. And we do manage to pick up another kill on him. And we do have Seth on our team as well. A super broken champion in my opinion. But early game still doing pretty well, and Kha'Zix does come back. But as soon as we pick up the scuttle, we do get level 5. We get our ultimate. And this is why I like and feel comfortable with picking Vi into Kha'Zix, is because of the ultimate. And right here, Twisted Fate gets the gold card stun. I use my ultimate on Kha'Zix. We don't manage to pick him up, so I flash smite and we manage to pick up Kha'Zix again. So early game doing really well. And like I was saying, I feel like Vi's ultimate is a great counter pick to legends like Xayah, Ezreal, Tristana, or even Kha'Zix, because you can isolate them, you can knock them up, and your team can just focus them and pretty much get a kill. Kind of like a Camille's ultimate, but not as good as Camille's ultimate, because this is, a split, 1 second, and then they can flash away. But for Camille's, they're pretty much locked in it. And our early game is doing pretty well, as right here I tried to rotate over, but again the enemy team is just doing some weird things. They're walking in weird directions. And then right here Lux does flash away. We do have our ultimate as the Ocean Drake does spawn up. Just trying to look around, seeing if we can catch somebody. And then again, look, Varus just walks right in. Like, that's 3 times now that the enemy team just decided to walk in like nothing would happen. I guess they were new diamond players. I'm not sure, but like I've said already, diamond right now means absolutely nothing. I've been in diamond, heart stuck diamond. Not gonna lie, diamond 4. I've been demoted multiple times now. Back to Emerald 1, back to diamond 4. The highest LP I've had is probably 58 or something. And it's minus 15 plus 10. I'm pretty sure a lot of players are experiencing that as well. But, there's just so many players right now in Diamond that it's just weird. It's really not like that glorifying anymore. But right here we did manage to get a very good game with Vi. And this was, I believe, after I played Kha'Zix in the jungle. Just trying to see, and then the enemy team did lock in Kha'Zix, so we just went with Vi. Like I was saying, Vi is I've just felt very comfortable, and I think she's a very underrated pick and underappreciated because she does have really fast jungle clear. Her jungle clear is pretty good, and then her damage is very good as well. Like, it's very decent. And not only that, you can go with multiple builds. I feel like, you could go Blade of the Rune King alongside Death Dance, and then you can even pick up the Sterox Gauge. But I feel like the best build on Vi would be Trinity Force straight into the Sterox Gauge. I feel that the Trinity Force gives her just enough damage, and then the Sterox Gauge gives her a very good amount of tankiness. And then after that, you can build however you want. But this game we were going to go for the Edge of Night, but based off the time you can tell that it's a very short game. And based off the early game, right now it's 11-1. We managed to get a really good early game. get a couple of kills on Kha'Zix, and from then on we just kind of was one-sided. As right here we did have the Rift Herald, but I was pretty confident that myself and Seth could take the turret pretty easy, as Darius does respawn back. He pulls me in, and we just try to pick him off. And right here I just flash away, but Seth was super fed and is broken at the same time, so we managed to pick up a double kill, and then I decide to let the Rift Herald go. So overall, as we dodged the Luxalt, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have hit us, but I should have let the Rift Herald go since the beginning. Honestly, I shouldn't have to wait like that. As we pick up the armor boots, and then as you can see, I decided just to go for the Sterox gauge. I could have went for, a more attack focused build, but I think this is definitely the more standard, more solid build overall. As right here we catch Varus and he flashes over the wall, but we just dash over, use an ultimate, and maybe we pick him off. I'm not sure, maybe we do, as Seth pops his ultimate and we do pick him off, but we get absolutely annihilated. But right now it's a very one-sided game, 15-2. As Lulu right now does manage to survive Kha'Zix. But like I was saying, Vi is definitely still a solid pick in the jungle, but you really don't see her very often, and she does have a good amount of damage and tankiness. I think that the Sterox gauge is a very important item on her. It gives a really good amount of tankiness. As right here we just get the teleport upgrade, go to the dragon, pick up the infernal drake, nice and easy. As right here we dash over, try to see if we can pick up some more kills. We don't have our ultimate, we have our ultimate in 20 seconds, so we just back out. And at this point, you're just trying to get the objectives as fast as possible, try to end the game, because there's really no chance of the enemy team, especially in a game like this, there's really no chance for the enemy team to make a comeback unless you completely troll super hard. Or maybe like I did in the Kha'Zix game. I trolled pretty hard that game. But as you can see right here, I almost threw, I flash away and then pop the jelly bean and hop over. I do manage to survive, as Seth right now is going up against 1 versus 3. He does manage to pick up the kill on Kha'Zix. Our ultimate is up. We just use an ultimate on Varus and pick up another kill, as Seth gets a triple kill. I did recently play Seth as Lux right now. Just I guess she must have just gave up, trying to FF, but no one else would surrender. But I tried playing Seth in the jungle. I only got him 1 game. I don't know. I don't feel like Seth jungle is definitely the best position. I think he shines and does much better in the Baron lane. Even though he is really strong, I just don't think jungle, his utility for jungle, is that great overall. As right here, a team fight is going on, but nothing happening. As the Rift Herald is up, we just rotate to the Rift Herald, pick up the Rift Herald, try to reset, maybe pick up the Sterox gauge. And an item that I was actually going to go for was the Edge of Night, but we didn't manage to pick it up. The game actually ends before then, but as you can see right here, I do end up going for the Edge of Night as 3rd item. I saw it in one of the top Vi builds. Wanted to try it out, as Lux again just runs down middle. Pretty sure she was just tired. 23-1, there's really no point in playing for the enemy team. I don't understand why players continuously, play. Like, okay, if there's a slight chance of winning or coming back, then okay. But when a game's like this, I think it's just easier to, completely surrender and then try to move on and go on to the next game. As right here we do have the Rift Herald. I believe I let it down in the mid lane, but the enemy team does actually end up surrendering, as they do right here. Pop ultimate on Varus, and we're very clean and easy game actually with Vi. I might actually play her a little bit more to see where she is or how I feel. 1 good game really isn't the best opinion on her. But I hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. Peace.